and welcome to the Daily Digestion channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make raw living bread, and then I'm going to show you a little special recipe at the end on how to make some really good sprouted sandwiches. So let's get into the video. Okay, so what we have here is some wheat berries. You can use any sprouted grain that you like. I particularly like wheat berries, and as long as they are organic. If they are non-organic, then I have serious digestion problems with the gluten. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your processor, whatever processor you have. You can use like any processor you want. You can use like a food processor and just throw them in there and blend them up in a Ninja, or any type of blender will work. But I'm going to use my this Green Star to do this because I've never really tried it before, so I just wanted to see how it would work. And there's really no difference in this than any other processor. So as you can see, I'm just putting the raw living sprouts in there, and these have been fermented. I actually used these wheat berries to make Rejuvilac, and with the leftover berries, I just went ahead and am going to make some bread out of it. So this is going to be like a sourdough bread recipe, but as I said, you can use buckwheat groats that have been sprouted, or wheat berries or rye berries, any type of grain that you want to use. So as you can see, I'm going ahead and I'm processing this, and this bread is just amazing. Like, I cannot believe how well my body digested this bread after I made it, and it was absolutely delicious. So as you can see, I'm going ahead and I'm blending this up, and I actually got this idea off of the Ann Wigmore Living Foods book. And so also I added some black chia seeds. Guys, I went ahead and added this in the batter, and what it did is it actually and then there you see I've got some onion powder. I put probably about a teaspoon of onion powder in there. You can just put as much as you want, but it just really gives it a great flavor. And the chia seeds, what they do is they tend to soak up the excess moisture, and they sprout as they're drying in the oven or in your dehydrator. So okay, so now I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder, and you probably don't want to put too much garlic powder, just a little sprinkle, a little dab will do ya. And so then we're going to mix all of this up and add a little bit of salt, as much salt as you want. And guys, you can put whatever ingredients you want in this bread. This is your bread. You can make a nice curry bread. You can put some herbs in there. Just whatever you want to put in your bread. It's your bread, and the salt really gives it a good flavor. I've had to learn that the hard way. So as you can see, I am going ahead and putting this on my dehydrator tray. Now, I did not use any oil on this. I would recommend that you would use it just so it doesn't stick. I used a little spatula to scrape and turn it when I flipped it on the other side. You can use oil or you don't have to. It's whatever you want to do. But I think the recipes usually recommend a little bit of oil. So you're going to go ahead and pour all this out on your dehydrator tray, and you're going to spread it all around. And guys, you can actually do this on some wax paper, not wax paper, but parchment paper. And see how I'm kind of spreading that around a little bit to get it even? And you want to make sure that there's no holes in it. You want it to be about a fourth of an inch of thickness, and because it's going to dehydrate down quite a bit. But as I was saying, you can go ahead and put it in the oven on the lowest setting and prop open the door with a fork or a spoon or something, and you can use an oven, guys, to dehydrate this. So as you can see, I'm fixing like the little holes. I don't want it to be too thin in some areas, so you want to kind of evaluate and make sure that you spread the bread and everything as evenly as possible throughout your little patty. And I'm just kind of smoothing out around the edges to kind of make it more uniform in thickness all the way around. And so yeah, guys, and what you want to do is you want to put this in the dehydrator for, I think I probably put mine in there for about 24 hours and it was good to go. I flipped it right before I went to bed, and the next day I woke up and it was a really good, it wasn't too dried out. I didn't want it too dried out because, I don't like mine that dry, and I planned on eating it that night. Now, if you were going to preserve this for a longer period of time, okay, this is what it looks like, guys. That's what it looked like when it came out of the dehydrator the next day, and I cut it into like little semicircle, 1/4 of a circle there. And now I'm going to show you how I made some really delicious sandwiches. Guys, these were delicious. This is my seed yogurt that I'm using. It's kind of like a mayonnaise spread, and I have a recipe for that if you want to check it out. I will try to leave it down in the description box so you can make that yogurt. It's really, really good. So you just kind of spread that on there as much as you want. And the yogurt was actually made out of sunflower seeds, and it was delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and spread that on. And what you'll need for this recipe is some sprouts or lettuce, whatever you have. I just chopped up some tomatoes to put on mine, and it was really, really good. This sandwich reminded me of a cheese sandwich, like a cheese sandwich that I used to eat years and years ago when I was younger, and it tasted so good. Like, it was so delicious. So here I am putting some spinach on the sandwiches, and you just want to kind of spread a thin little layer. You can put as much as you want. Got to get your greens in, guys. That vitamin K and vitamins are so important, and iron. Spinach has iron. And then these sprouts, I actually made these myself. I was very proud of myself for making these sprouts. But you just want to go ahead and add a big old pile on there. And then put your tomatoes on there as a pretty garnishment. And guys, this was delicious, and it was worth it. And guys, you can do this in increments, just whenever you have a chance. Just do little things throughout the day to make your foods. And guys, it's really inexpensive to do this, and once you get in the habit of making food like this, I think I put a little bit of nutritional yeast, and that really gave it a good cheesy flavor. And I put a little pinch of salt, because salt is delicious, and it's so good for you, guys. You need your salt for your electrolytes. And so here's me, and I am going to taste it. And guys, I'm telling you, it was amazing. It really was delicious, and I would definitely make this again. This was super delicious, and as you can see, I'm going for a second bite. I don't care if I'm recording or not. But this is how pretty they looked at the end. I put some celery on the side, and guys, these were delicious. You could make these at a party, or you could just make them for yourself and watch a great movie. and enjoy the day. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is a great thing for your digestion. This is a great recipe, guys. It really gives your digestion a break. You've got some really good super enzymes and vitamins and minerals, and so I hope you enjoyed this raw living video about raw living foods that are so good for you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!